What's going on, people? That boy Treezy here. Welcome to another edition of Throwback Thursday. This week, this Thursday, we are taking a look at Smash TV. Now, this is another title available. Well, not actually. Technically, it's not available on the Xbox Live Arcade anymore. It's actually been pulled. But obviously, if you did purchase it back in the day, you can re-download it from your download history, as I have for the purpose of this video. Now, I know some of you be thinking, why is he actually covering this game? Is it actually that good? It was alright, but the main thing that I wanted to kind of talk about besides this game was another related game, still throwing it back even further actually, with a game called Carnage. Very similar to this, besides it wasn't kind of a TV based arena or anything like that. It was actually more, a couple of soldiers on the battlefield type thing. Still the top down view and still shooting using like the red, blue, green and yellow buttons. Now this title itself, it was alright. The achievements for it, technically it were hard as hell. I don't see how anyone would have been able to unlock the achievements of this game legit. It was basically it was stuff like completing each level without continuing and stuff like that. And the game's insane, man. And honestly, it's not too bad. I mean, obviously you can see you would be able to get like a tactic going of potential rape train zombies style. I mean, because it is zombies in a way, innit? This is where Treyarch get the inspiration from. You know what I mean? You're earning your points, that's your cash. Alright, you can't exactly fix windows or anything. You got like your little shield power up thing that appeared in the corner there. That's like a perk. You know what I'm saying? We're saying that this is what really inspired Cliffy B to come with the whole Horde game mode for Gears back in the day. It's a fun little game. It's just incredibly hard. The main thing that kind of does my head in about it is obviously you've got all the 4 doors where enemies pretty much just spawn through whenever they please. So if you're trying to do a full circle, you're trying to evade enemies, you go near the door, you just get wiped out. And obviously the bottom door, you ain't gonna know when people are coming through it. You know what I'm saying? So for those who did play this game, you're gonna know that you die a hell of a lot. Now, how do you get all the achievements from the game? Well, first of all, you can't, because one of the achievements is glitched and always has been. I think that was for completing the entire game or like the last boss without continuing. The trick is, from what I remember, is holding, I think it was like A and B at the start of each room. There was some trick anyway that made you kind of invincible, but I think you couldn't move while you was invincible. It works. I'm not entirely sure if it actually works now, not that it really matters anymore, but it works and it'll allow you to get all the other achievements. So the max you can get from the game is 150G out of the 200, unfortunately. I mean, I did actually watch a video at the time, because obviously when I couldn't get the achievement I didn't realise it was glitched, so I was looking like on YouTube as well to see if anyone had come up with anything, and there was a couple of guys playing like co-op who were like actually surviving the levels and completing them without continuing. But they must have been like twins or something, you know what I'm saying? Their coordination, well, you could see it was incredible. They were pretty amazing at the game. But yeah, I used to have a friend back in the day. I used to go around to his house, and this was in the SNES days, and he had a game called Total Carnage, which was similar to this, and it was banging. It was serious, and it was way better than Smash TV, if you ask me, because you wasn't trapped in an arena. There weren't 4 doors, you know what I mean, within 15 feet of your character, in-game feet should I say. And it was good, like you was constantly moving, and there was tanks and all sorts of weaponry spawning, and you could get, you know, pick up weapons, you could actually hide behind stuff, and, you know, in a nutshell, you had a chance of surviving, and there was like alternate paths, and it was a pretty slick game. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still SNES games that I play right now, especially, well, two of my all-time, well, probably they are my all-time favourites will be Yoshi's Island, which was technically Super Mario World 2. That game was amazing. I will never ever forget. I was in town shopping. Well, not I wasn't shopping. I had to go shopping with my mum and dad. You know, I was only a kid, and we went into I think it was Curry's at the time, maybe, or whatever the hell it would have been back in the day. It was like a PC shop, computer shop type thing in Fishergate Centre, and they were selling Yoshi's Island, but they were selling it for like 25 quid, just the game itself. And I was like, Mum, let me have it, let me have it. She was like, no. And then I think we went into Argos, and they were selling the same thing in like a bigger box, same game, but with like this chunky ass guide with it as well for a tenner. I was like, Mum, after we'd seen the 25 quid one, you know what I'm saying? I was like, Mum, I've got to have it, let me have it. And she bought it me as well. Wow. That... It's bringing tears to my eyes talking about it. That game right there lasted years. You know what I'm saying? My mum got value for money out of that game. You know what I mean? I honestly, if my SNES still worked now, I'd be so happy to pull that game out and play it again. What a fantastic game. I'm getting all hype here. Also, Donkey Kong Country 2, or well, was it technically called Diddy Kong Country? Well, Diddy Kong was the main character. Dixie Kong was his sidekick. That was a beautiful game, proper amazing game. But anyway, I'm sidetracking. You know what I mean? There's a lot of SNES titles that are ridiculous classics. And another game that I will be looking at in the near future. Well, maybe not the near future, but the future definitely, because I bought the game. Earthworm Jim HD. My brother. It was actually my brother's game at the time when he had the SNES. Oh, that was hard, man. That was a hard ass game, and the achievements for that now, actually, I think there's one for completing it without dying. But yeah, you'll probably see some of that in the future. That's going to be very interesting. But yeah, I always say it, but honestly, if they could find a way to convert more old school games, but not old school games. I mean, the whole, you know, Capcom. Arcade cabinet, game room, those type of games, man, they're just before my time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Centipede, Millipede, and all them Lunar Lander and all that shit. I mean, come on, man. I know they're gonna be classics to some people, but they weren't even good games to begin with. Let's be real about it. They would have been entertaining in the arcade for like half an hour, and that would have been it. I don't even care. Stuff like, you know, a bit of Total Carnage, and like I said in the previous Throwback Thursday, Flashback, which is being remade, the classic version of Flashback will still do well today. They were actually good games at the time. You know what I'm saying? Start remaking my generation of classic games. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll be talking. But yeah, I think Smash TV was alright, but if they did like Total Carnage, I mean, I'm not entirely sure if it's the same developers or whatnot, but I think that'd do alright, you know, because it'd be like Assault Heroes in a way. No, Wolf of the Battlefield. That's a good example. That was an alright little game, 3-player co-op. I had fun on that with Half-Life and Stu. Well, no, actually, Half-Life fell asleep, and we still managed to get him his achievement, and he still hadn't completed the game. But that's a whole other story. Anyway, guys, there you have it. Throwback Thursday, Smash TV. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you all soon.
We are watching the whole... Careful. 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 Careful.